Hi everyone, I'm retired meteorologist and YouTuber Pat Prokop, and welcome to my weather and nature page where I look at weather conditions and the sky at night, and in the growing season, my garden as well. But let's first of all talk about the weather. Obviously, that little band of showers did pass through our area earlier this afternoon, from late morning, early afternoon. Didn't drop much at all. Only had a trace of rain here at my location on the south side of Savannah. And that system now is moving out away from us, and things are relatively quiet. That threat of any precipitation coming in by the end of the week will be, if anything, rain. And light rain at that. Nothing of any concern for our area for the rest of the week other than the temperature. So with that being said, and also the sky being clear, I want to look at a few things in the nighttime sky. And before we get to the weather maps, let's take a quick peek at what we saw the last couple of nights. Venus, the moon, Venus, and Saturn were dominating the southwestern sky. And this is the way it looked like from my backyard garden, the heavenly backyard garden, looking up in the sky. And the moon is higher up in the sky now. And with that, the moon will be at its half phase for tonight. And Venus, if you want to look at it through a telescope, it is very bright, but it has phases like the moon. This is the way it looked like through my 11-inch telescope from the heavenly backyard garden as I zoomed into the planet Venus. There it is. All right. Meanwhile, I did take a picture of the Orion Nebula the other night. It was like on Saturday night, and I took it in two different spectrums. I took it in the regular red, green, and blue, which is what our eyes see, and this is it right here. And I also took it into a high-resolution fake color picture using special filters to come out with this. And that's, the Orion Nebula. It's a beautiful nebula, one of the most photographic nebulas up in the winter sky. And you can see it with your own naked eye. You don't need a telescope to see it. It looks like a blurry patch of sky, the belt of Orion. However, if you do have a pair of binoculars or a small telescope, you should see something like what we're looking at right here. All right, with that being said, let's cut from the sky and go to the weather maps. And winter storm warnings continue for the eastern portions of Kentucky and southeastern Ohio, all the way to the mid-Atlantic coastal states, including the Washington, D.C. area, where moderate to heavy snow continues to fall in that area over there. And because of the icing that occurred over in portions of particularly in Kentucky and Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri, there is a lot of power outages along with that band of freezing rain was at its peak. And you can see the power outages basically right across the Ohio River area into the middle portions of the Appalachian Mountains and extending toward the coast of North Carolina, Virginia, approaching the coast of Virginia, North Carolina over here. A couple outages there, but most of this is over in Virginia and Maryland. All right, let's take a look at the conditions for our area, because I'm more concerned about the temperature now over the next several nights. And bring that up over here. Let's take a look at the satellite imagery. There, the sky now is clearing out. That band of showers has passed east of us and will continue moving eastward. This band of clouds over here doesn't look like it's going to make it. It's moving into a very stable environment. Hence, the sky will remain mostly clear throughout the remainder of the day, and then clear overnight, and then clear for the next several days. But a surge of cold air is moving on in. And looking at the forecast temperatures for tonight across the country, most of the country is going to be sub-freezing for daybreak tomorrow by Tuesday morning, with below zero readings over into Kansas and northwest portions of Missouri, where they had some really heavy snow out there. And up in the northern portion of the country, well, that goes without saying, their winters are always cold, but they're going to be below zero once again. And sub-freezing temperatures all the way down into the north central portions of the Florida Peninsula and Florida Panhandle, and all the way down into southern Texas, sub-freezing temperature. What about us? Yeah, we're going to be cold too, dropping down mostly in the middle 20s west of Interstate 95. Here in the Savannah area, about 30 degrees, and then even on Hilton Head, flirting with freezing there as well. And as we look ahead for the next several nights, this is for tonight, tomorrow morning, Tuesday, and then Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, expect to see a touch colder, about 2 or 3 degrees colder Temperatures in the upper 20s to middle 20s in the Savannah area. Middle 20s elsewhere across a large portion of Georgia and South Carolina. And then going into Wednesday night, Thursday morning, about the same thing. Still cold air flowing across the region. Sky will be clear, though. And then going into Thursday night, Friday morning, again, not much change. So we're going to have several days of this very cold weather conditions prevailing across our area with a hard freeze across particularly the interior portions of Georgia into South Carolina. Daytime highs only reaching into the 40s, maybe flirting with the 50s in the coastal areas of Georgia. And then so one more day, we got Friday night, Saturday, a little bit warmer temperatures in the lower 30s inland to the mid to upper 30s across the southern and coastal areas. And then for one more day, Sunday, another surge of cooler air, chilly air moving back in with temperatures, again, dropping to below freezing. But what about the forecast for the wind and the temperatures? Yeah, a combination of wind and temperature will cause the feel-like temperature, what I call the wind chill temperature, to be dropping. It'll be it'll feel like it's in the low to middle 20s tomorrow morning, and Thursday morning, or excuse me, Wednesday morning will be in the again mid 20s, lower 30s. How it feels. And then going into Thursday morning, that's when it's going to be the coldest of the mornings, because it's going to be a little bit more of a wind, and with the temperatures, and we're seeing those wind chill temperatures dropping down into the teens in and around Effingham County, over into the Candler County, Jenkins County, over into the entire region in the interior portions of southeastern Georgia. We're going to see temperatures in the upper teens to lower 20s wind chill wise. Actual temperatures will be in the mid to upper 20s during these times. All right, let's take another quick look at the conditions from my website, savannahpat.name. That's where you can find a lot of my weather information and links to my social media pages. Well, we're going to see lots of sunshine over the next several days, clouding up a little bit on Friday, chance for rain, nothing significant coming in across our area for Saturday. Maybe a quarter of an inch of rain, but temperatures will be in the 60s, or rather 50s for the highs. And then clearing off overnight, and then Sunday back to sunshine and cold temperatures once again. And speaking of these cold temperatures, the little protection I've been doing on my garden, I've been showing my potatoes. My potatoes are growing, and I said I had them growing with the conditions that I had the availability to cover them up, and that's exactly what I did. But I first wrapped them with this packing paper that, the packing paper you get in packages, particularly now from Amazon. They're trying to be a little bit more green. So I saved a lot of these packing papers, and I stuffed them in and around my potato plants. And then I cover them up with a light sheet and then a heavier sheet, have them covered. They're going to remain under cover until looks like Friday, when I'll take the cover off. This should protect my potato plants. So hey, I like fresh potatoes. This is an experiment. That's all it is. I'm seeing if I can grow some potatoes during the wintertime. And so far, they're growing. So we'll see what happens after this cold wave. Stay tuned, as they said. All right. Thanks for everybody who has been supporting my page. I really appreciate that. And I'll keep you posted on the weather. I don't see any snow in the forecast for the next 2 weeks, or even the potential for that in our area. So for those of you who wanted the snow, you can check out this video that I posted earlier about your vote on the snow. And 2/3 of you say, yeah, you want it to snow. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.